Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. SWK Technologies, get the most out of your solutions. Follow us on social media. Understanding Hosting Services, another edition of Managed Cloud Services Information Series. My name is John Esslinger. I'm Vice President of Sales for SWK Technologies Managed Cloud Services Division. Let me take you through a brief agenda on our topic for today. We'll talk about hosting, what it is. We'll talk about application hosting. We'll talk about infrastructure as a service hosting. We'll touch on a couple of case studies, reasons why businesses turn to infrastructure as a service hosting. And what makes SWK Technologies hosting different than our competitors? What is hosting? If you work in a typical commercial office, you've probably seen that server closet somewhere, a rack full of servers and a rat's nest of wires. It's usually in a closet, on premise. Somebody there needs to take care of it, manage it, and keep it working all the time so your business stays up and running. Hosting allows you to have your physical or your virtual servers hosted in a data center. Hosting allows you to access your information anywhere, anytime, and eliminates the need for having hardware at your facility, getting you out of the server hardware refresh cycle every 3 to 5 years. There are essentially two types of hosting: application hosting and infrastructure as a service. We'll talk about both of them. Application hosting is serving up your line of business applications from a secure private cloud, easily accessed by your employees using private connection or web browser. Virtual servers are configured to the application publisher's specifications for memory, CPU, and disk storage space. Sage hosting, for example, SWK has significant expertise in standing up virtual servers based on the version, number of users, and storage needs. It's a simple pricing model. It's a fixed fee per user per month, making your IT spend very predictable. IaaS, infrastructure as a service, can be application hosting, but it can also be other business servers like domain controllers, file and print servers, application servers, database servers, etc. This is important because IaaS plays a larger role in digital transformation than application hosting. It's one thing to move your Sage or ERP application to the cloud, but if you can move all of your servers to a secure private cloud, you really achieve digital transformation. You get out of the server hardware game altogether, and you put your company in a much more cloud forward position. It changes your IT spending from a capital expenditure model to an operating expenditure model. And this is significant because it should provide improved cash flow for your company, providing funding for other key objectives and goals that you may have rather than spending it on hardware. Virtual servers are configured based on a number of factors, including their function, their software requirements, memory requirements, and data storage needs. As I said, it may include more than application hosting, domain controllers, file and print servers, database servers, etc. IaaS is also offered at a fixed monthly fee, but it's not based on a per user per month model. It's based on the amount of system resources configured in each server. And you can change the system resources configured in each server over time if you find out you have less or more of a need for a particular resource in a particular server. There are many reasons why businesses turn to infrastructure as a service. I touched on one of them a minute ago when I talked about digital transformation, which so many companies are going through these days. But there are other reasons. We'll take you through a couple scenarios. One of them might be an unexpected need to spend a lot of money on new servers. If a boss is unexpectedly told that he or she has no choice but to upgrade the company's IT infrastructure, it can be very problematic if it wasn't budgeted for. Our solution is infrastructure as a service hosting from SWK. It offers a low monthly fee for hosted equipment and ongoing maintenance. Another scenario might be based on cybersecurity. I hope none of you ever get a screen like this one indicating that you've been the victim of a ransomware attack and that all of your data has been encrypted. But it does happen. And typically the company owner wonders why he or she wasn't properly protected. SWK infrastructure is protected by a Security Operations Center, or SOC for short. All SWK data center traffic is scanned for malicious code. Everything going into our data center and into your servers is scanned for malicious links and attachments and viruses. Another scenario might include poor performance of your in-house data network. Quite often it can reduce productivity, hurt morale, and upset management. SWK offers scalable modern infrastructure with burstable broadband, meaning that we have the ability to very quickly throttle system resources up or down based on the performance that you're seeing from your end. Scenario 4. We're all familiar with the paradigm shift to a mobile workforce with many people working from home or from mobile locations these days. Managing access, secure access to critical business functions for employees across multiple locations can be very challenging. SWK's hosted infrastructure allows for remote access to all the traditional systems you would find in an on-premise server configuration, anytime, any place your employees have a browser. Those are a few of the reasons that we see many of our customers moving to secure cloud services from SWK Technologies. What makes SWK's hosting different? First of all, from an economic perspective, you'll find our costs are much lower than those of Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure, with no hidden fees. Very predictable monthly spend. Single vendor for supporting all the infrastructure and software, including your Sage applications. This means no finger pointing. Your IT partner understands your software environment, and your software partner understands your IT environment. There's value in that. It means you don't have to manage multiple vendors and all the time that can be lost in doing that. World-leading cybersecurity with 24/7 by 365 security monitoring. You've got a network that's monitored and managed by a top-ranked managed service provider in the world. SWK has received numerous MSP Mentor Awards over the past several years. We have powerful business continuity with fault tolerance and full redundancy. We've designed our hosting network to eliminate all single points of failure. Redundant ISPs, redundant electric grids, redundant hardware, all aimed at achieving a very high uptime for your hosting experience. Strong productivity with load balancing, parallel processing, and job scheduling. Again, we've designed our data centers to eliminate bottlenecks and single points of failure. Did I mention that SWK Technologies owns all of our equipment in our data centers? That means that we have dynamic provisioning capabilities. Many data centers do not allow you to bring your own equipment. You have to use theirs and they manage it. You have to go through their help desk. Not with SWK. You go to SWK, we own the equipment, and we can respond very rapidly to requests for system resource changes. Full business continuity and redundancy. Did I mention we back up your data 3 times a day? And on top of it all, friendly and courteous support personnel ready when you need us. Thank you very much for your time today. I hope you found this valuable. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact us.